Welcome to this is class that is called close packed structure. Okay, solids they have more space occupied by the points and less space remain vacant. So today we'll discuss how the stacking of the atoms, molecules or ions taking place in the ionic compounds or metallic solids or molecular solids, so that they occupy maximum space and leaving minimum spaces. We will also discuss the different type of voids. Now before going to this, let us first start with the one dimensional arrangement. Arrangement of atoms. Let us consider that all the atoms be spherical in nature. Okay. Now the three dimensional can be understood by first discussing what is called one dimensional arrangement. Then second we discuss two dimensional arrangement. Then third discuss three dimensional arrangement. Here I have taken three spheres. Okay, you see the three spheres are here 1, 2, 3. In this way, the atoms or spheres can be joining each other, forming a one dimensional structure. 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Okay, and each atom, for example, this is one is joined to two nearby atoms. So its nearest neighbor is equal to 2. So the number of this is called coordination number. Coordination number, which is nothing but the number of nearest neighbor. Okay. So in case of one dimensional arrangement, the coordination number of each point is 2. Now let us go to two dimensional arrangement. The two dimensional packing can be obtained in two ways. Number one, first is by arranging the atoms. This is one layer, this is another layer. The second layer of atoms are formed by just ticking or keeping the points just one over the another. Okay, this is another one like this. Okay, here I am showing here in this way. This is the, you see, this is first layer, this is second layer, this is third layer. So all the layers are same. So in this case we can say layer A type arrangement of the points in the two dimensional. This is one type. Now if this is the point under consideration, all the points like this can be considered, but this point is joined to 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 points it joined to. Now when you join the center of these points, these spheres, we get a square. So this is called square close packing. So here mark this point X and it is joined to point 1, 2, 3 and 4. When the centers are joined, we get a square plane. Okay, therefore it is called square planar arrangement. Say square close packing. Another way of placing the second layer is by putting the points on the depressions of the first layer. Here these are called depressions. Okay, these places are called depressions. Okay, in the formation of second layer, you see the points are lying on the depression of the first layer. In case of square close packing, the points are lying one over the other. Okay, just touching each other. But in this case, the points or the spheres of the second layer are placed on the depressions of the first layer, and the third layer also the points are placed on the depressions of the second layer. In this case, if you see this point is joined to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other spheres. Now the same thing here you can see. Okay, this is the point, this is joined to 6 other points. So when you join the centers, you get a hexagonal structure. This is called hexagonal close packing in two dimensions. Its coordination number is here 6 because it is attached to 6 other spheres. In this case, the coordination number of square close packing is 4 because it is attached to 4 other spheres. Hello. So now close packing in 3 dimensions. So in 3 dimensions, in case of square close packing, when you go on to build up second layer and third layer, what you find? This is the first layer. Okay, this is second layer and this is third layer. Okay, just layers are formed just one after another, and the points touch each other. Okay, they are directly touching each other. This type of packing develops what is called simple cubic closed packing, simple cubic or primitive unit cell. Three-dimensional closed packing from hexagonal closed packing. In this case, let us see. These are the points. You see the triangle. These are triangle voids. Triangular voids are downward. The apex is downward here. Here apex is upward. Here is downward. Here apex is upward. So in this case, these are the voids formed. Then this is first layer, layer A, for example. The second layer can be formed, you see, by putting the point on the first layer, on the depression of the first layer. Here we put, then this point, at this place we cannot put the point. Here we can put, and again here we can put. So what you see, this is another void formed here. As you go on putting the points, what you find in the second layer, this is layer B. Okay, and in forming the third layer, we should see that there are different type of voids are there. The voids created are, one is called tetrahedral voids, and second is called octahedral voids. Two types of voids have been created in the 3 dimension. Okay, now let us see that tetrahedral and octahedral void first of all from the models. Then we will go discussing about the hexagonal closed packing. Now students, see, these are the depressions. Here I put a point here in the depression. We cannot put the point in the depression near to it, but here we can put it directly, and then we can put the point here. Okay, 3 depressions can be occupied. Here you see the same thing I have drawn here. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. 6 depressions are there, but for formation of second layer, all the depressions cannot be filled. Only 3 can be filled. Okay, after filling this, see again now we have to put. So now here we can create a third layer either by putting here. Okay, when you put this point, you see this point lies directly on the point of the first layer. This is called a tetrahedral void. 1 2 3 4. This is the 4th point. This is called tetrahedral void. Such type of packing is called. So it is called hexagonal closed packing. Okay, the tetrahedral voids are occupied in the second layer. By the side of this tetrahedral void, there is another void called octahedral void. This void is formed by 6 spheres, 1 2 3 of the second layer and 1 2 3 of the first layer. This is called octahedral void. Here you can put this point. Okay, the third layer is developed. This layer is completely different from the first and second layer. This is called layer C. So ABC, this type of packing is called ABC, and it is being formed in case of CCP, that is FCC type of unit cell. The previous one was HCP type of unit cells. So students, see, in case of AB packing, okay, the second layer B is formed. Here this is shown. Their tetrahedral voids are occupied while the third layer is formed. First layer, okay, then second layer formed by putting the points on the depressions of the first layer, and in the third layer formation, there they are formed. The points are put on the depressions of the second layer, which are directly lying on the points of the first layer. This is called HCP packing. Okay, but in case of CCP packing, what is seen that this is the first layer, the point of second layer is formed, and in third layer formation, this layer points are formed, points are put on the octahedral voids. That means the points are put on those voids which are not lying on the points of the first layer. That is, the point C, the layers of the third layer, the points are not directly lying on the points of the second layer. So what is the basic difference between HCP and CCP? So the basic difference between HCP and CCP is that here AB pattern of crystallization takes place. Here ABC ABC pattern of packing takes place. Second is the tetrahedral voids are occupied by the points in third layer. Okay, points of third layer. Here the octahedral voids of second layer are occupied by the points of third layer. Okay, SCP packing is being seen in case of magnesium and zinc, whereas CCP packing is being seen in case of gold, silver, copper, etc. Okay, aluminum, etc. Then we'll discuss types of voids. Okay, voids are two types. One is called tetrahedral voids, and the second is called octahedral voids. First is tetrahedral voids. The voids formed by four touching spheres. You see, there are three spheres, one more sphere is there. Four touching sphere. This void is called tetrahedral void. Now, you see, in closed packing, you can say that this point can be associated with the two type of tetrahedral voids. One, you see, this is tetrahedral void. Another tetrahedral void is this one. Okay. Now you can just turn it up and down. But you find this one like this. That means each point is associated with two tetrahedral voids. Okay, each point is associated with two tetrahedral voids. Now, in this case, you see, these are the two triangles. Okay, one upward and one downward. In this type, here the taking takes place. This is called an octahedral void. The void formed by 6 touching spheres is called octahedral void. Here, you see, each sphere is associated with only one octahedral void because it can be either above or at the below. So the same point cannot be associated with the two octahedral voids. Okay, the number of octahedral voids is equal to number of points, but number of tetrahedral voids is equal to twice the number of points. In the next class, we will discuss location of tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids and derivation of the relation between radius of tetrahedral void with the atomic radius and radius of octahedral void with atomic radius.